Hello, this is Lauren, and today I'm going to show you how to make a vision board in your bullet journal. Now, the first few pages of mine, I messed them up a bit, so to kind of make use of those pages, I'm going to make 3 mini vision boards, each with a different feel and idea behind them. So what I'll do is I'll switch to my Mac view first, and then just kind of show you the ideas behind them and how I got the images together, and then we'll switch to the bullet journal view and I'll show you kind of me putting it all together, and then you can see the result. So I hope you like it. Okay, so here is how I've organised the images for the vision boards. So I've got 3 folders. So the first page is going to be about creativity, second page is just about appreciation, and the third enjoyment. So what I've done is I've got my folders. I'll just use creativity as an example. I've already got a few. So really it's just about creativity in different forms, so through people, nature. So this is just this artist called Andy Goldsworthy who kind of creates patterns in nature by just using leaves. So it's just kind of using different examples of creativity and journals and notebooks, nature, and then finding those obviously as Google images. But a great place is a website called Unsplash, and these are all free images. They're really super high quality, and they're just really lovely images. You don't really have to sift through many bad ones because there really isn't any bad ones. They're all just really great images, completely free to use. So here I'd type in, if there wasn't a specific thing I was looking for, just see what comes up on Creative, and already there's tons of different images to choose from, and it totally depends on what you're looking for. So yeah, I'd use Unsplash, and Pinterest is a great one. If you're looking for something specific, Google Images is probably the best place. But yeah, if you're looking for maybe a few broader things, or you're not even quite sure, you just want to look around and kind of grab whatever catches your eye, then I'd recommend these 2 websites. Yeah, they're just really lovely images and just a great place for inspiration. So I drag the images into the folder, and until I'm happy with kind of a good variety, I'll add some more here. I'll print them out, and then I'll show you what I do with them after they're printed. Okay, so I'll start with creativity. So I've just kind of got all my images printed out now, and I'll just start by cutting each one out individually. And what I usually do is I'll choose maybe 1 or 2, possibly 3, that I kind of want to make like a little bit bigger on the page. So I think I've got the J.K. Rowling one and the Northern Lights as the bigger ones. So it just helps when I'm kind of arranging all of the images on the page and trying to work out how they're all going to fit together. It's nice just to have a few different sizes because they're generally all quite small. I think I fitted most of them out. It was about 3 pages, so there's a little bit of spare left over. But as you can see, the majority of them are quite small, and we're only dealing with basically like an A4 sheet of paper. So yeah, so what I do now they're all cut out individually, is just start messing around with how they're going to be arranged. So it's kind of a lot of back and forth and working out what looks best, because sometimes I found I'll get like a really nice layout together, but then maybe the colours don't really work or the pictures are quite similar. So yeah, you can see there's kind of a lot of messing around with the images to try and make sure they all fit and they all kind of work. And this is the creativity page. I've also done the appreciation page and the enjoyment page. So at the end of the video, I'll kind of show you all together in a bit more of a kind of flick through, so you can see them as a whole once they're finished. And that's the thing with creating these vision boards. I mean, I like the idea of having something really visual as I open my bullet journal. I just love that idea, and have like kind of different themes to each page, because I didn't want to make kind of like a generic, shallow kind of typical mood board where it's filled with lots of amazing places and material objects. And I kind of feel like I've done those in the past, and for me personally, they kind of just make me feel almost like a sense of lack. Like
you know, that's there and I'm here sort of thing. Whereas I wanted to create more of a things I enjoy and appreciate right now. You know, I want to look at these and, you know, it's not something I'm going to stare at for a long time. It's just something nice to look at, and just makes you feel what you want. You know, it makes me feel appreciative of everything. All these things, the images, are things that I can appreciate now, not things that I have to wait for, or so there's nothing wrong with creating vision boards that are about travel, about goals. But yeah, for me, I kind of feel like in the past they've kind of just made me feel a bit worse, you know, because it's just kind of like, all these lovely places and I'm here. So yeah, I thought I want to create something that makes me appreciate the now. So that's really kind of what these were all about. So I'm kind of nearly finished on putting this page together. And you find you might have to cut images down. Obviously, the edges of the bullet journal are slightly rounded, so what I do is I just kind of cut round the end. If there's anything hanging off the top, then I'll just cut round. And you can see one of the offcuts from the Northern Lights picture I used on the side of this. There was a big gap on the right hand side of that image, so I just stuck it to that and then cut the top off just to avoid a bit of white space. So I had a bit of a gap there, so I thought I'd like leave it and come back to it. But these are the finished boards. So we've got appreciation, obviously a lot of family stuff going on here, which is really nice. And it's nice how each page is like this is a very colourful page, and I've got my label maker to put a little label on each one. So yeah, this page is probably the most colourful out of all of them. Creativity, I found a London Tube map for that gap, so I thought that fit quite well. And then we've got enjoyment, which very blue, but I quite like that. It's yeah, they kind of worked out really well. So yeah, I'm really happy with the result. It's a really nice introduction to the bullet journal. And thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you liked it and let me know what you think. Thank you. Bye.